guys, welcome back to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going ahead and continue with our previous example. So in the previous example, I was trying to create a new lead record, but I have not provided the values of the required fields. So the required fields were last name, company name, and the lead status. Lead status value is already defaulted. The company name and the last name are missing. So what I did was this particular block of code was resulting into an exception. So I put this block of code inside of the try block, and then the exception that was thrown was a DML exception. So I created a catch block in order to handle that exception. So whenever an exception occurs, this particular catch block will get executed. So the catch block will only get executed if that particular exception has occurred. So if the exception did not occur, then in that case, the catch block will not get executed. So what do I mean by that is, so let's say right now I'm created a lead record, but this time I'm also providing the values of the required fields. So in order to talk about the values, so you always need the API field name. So what do I mean by that is, if we go to the view field section here, there are two columns. One represent a field label and the second one represent the field name. So whenever you are talking about programmatically way of accessing or referring a field, you have to use a field name instead of the field label. So if I'm talking about the last name here, so this is the value that I have to use. So instead of saying name, I have to use this particular field here called last name. Similarly, if I wanted to go ahead and find the company name, so this is the field name that I have to use. So if let's say I want to provide the value of this particular field, I'm not going to use this field. I'm going to use this particular field name in order to represent this particular field. So I have to provide the company name here, and I also need to provide the last name. So what will I do here is I go back to my program, and here I will say the last name. The last name is equals to Sharma, Sharma, and then the company name, let's say I'm going to say is TCS. So this is the name of the company. So now this time what I've done is I have provided the values for both the required fields. So in this case, this try block should not throw an exception. So if I go ahead and execute and go to the debug section, you will see that the catch block did not get executed. Why? Because see, if the catch block got executed, this particular statement should got printed. Since there is no such statement on the display here, that means only this particular statement got executed. The exception is not thrown. So if the exception is not thrown, there should be a lead record generated with the name of Sharma. So you can see here, there is a name Sharma here, and the company name is TCS got created. So I was successfully able to create a lead record without any exception, because this time what I did is I provided the values of the required field. And if you do not provide the value, the exception occurs of the type TML exception, this one. Okay, so this is how you handle an exception, and catch block will only get executed if the exception occurs. If there is no exception, if the exception is not occurred, the catch block will not get executed. So in the next tutorial, we are going ahead and talk about the built-in exception, and we are going to do some more example related to exceptions. So I will see you then. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.